So, very good morning to one and all present. Be courageous, challenge orthodoxy. Stand up for what you believe in. When you're in a rocking chair talking to your grandchildren, many years from now, be sure you have a good story to tell. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. With this note, I would like to welcome the pillar of our support, Dr. P.S. Srinivasan sir, founder and principal, Knowledge Institute of Technology, to this faculty development program titled AICTE sponsored Atal FTP on Data Analytics in Smart Healthcare. We welcome you, sir. Next, I would like to welcome the man of simplicity, our vice principal, Dr. K. Visagavel, sir, to this faculty development program. The world needs strong women, women who lift and build others, who will love and will be loved, women who live bravely, both tender and fair women of indomitable will. With the quotes, I would like to welcome our beloved HOD ma'am, Dr. Rian Sandhya Kumari, Department of ECE, Knowledge Institute of Technology, to the safety. Finally, I would like to welcome all the directors and all the heads of various departments and my dear faculty friends, and finally, the most important, our participants of today's FTP program. And with this note, I would like to welcome our HOD ma'am to deliver to deliver about the FTP. I welcome you, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Harikaran. Respected Chief Guest of today's inaugural function, Dr. Nikhil Mariwala from Kurukshetra University, and our beloved principal, Dr. P.S. Srinivasan sir, Vice Principal, Directors of KOT and heads of KOT, and my dear participants, happy morning to all. We are very much happy in connecting you all in a virtual mode. Regarding our faculty development program, so everyone knows the things. The data science is a multidisciplinary field that utilizes logical techniques, cycles, calculations, and frameworks to extricate that information and bits of knowledge from numerous primary and unstructured information. We all came to know the things that the information science is identified with information mining, artificial intelligence, and huge information. Data science is an idea to bring together that insights, information investigation, and their connected strategies to comprehend and examine the real wonders with the information. It utilizes strategies and speculations drawn from numerous fields inside the setting of arithmetic, insights, software engineering, space information, and data science. You all came to know Turing Grand Champ Tim Gray envisioned information science as a core worldview of science and stated that everything about science is nowadays changed as a result of effect of data innovation and the information strength. So by keeping this in mind, we were framed that theme of this 5 days, the faculty development program as data analytics and smart healthcare. We all came to know for the past 1.5 years, everyone has struggled with saving our life with the dangerous coronavirus and the pandemic. Even during this pandemic situation, that opportunity and the technology growth made us and helped us to connect these things in a virtual mode. Lot of learnings as based upon the technology improvements. My dear participants, for the rest of the 5 days, you're going to gain a knowledge from this data analytics afforded supported in the smart healthcare. Already analysis of a data, medical data is available. What for this and how for this decade back, data analytics get raised in our environment and how it's going to be support for it. I would like to thank the resource persons, Dr. Nikhil from Kurukshetra University, Dr. L.S. Jayashree from PLT College of Technology, Dr. M. Venkatesan, NIT Pondicherry, Dr. Sivaselvan, IIIT Kanchipuram, Dr. Soma Shekhar from Gopalan College of Engineering, Mr. Banakumar from RR Associates, Mr. Srinivasan Thanukrishnan, CTO and Director of Glossus Technology, Mr. Balram Murthy is a data scientist at Neil Gauke Institute of Technology. Mr. Navaneet from Munari Lab, and our own expert, Professor K. Ravikumar. He is a certified data analyst at our institution, and Shankar as a corporate trainer from Chennai. All those resource persons are accepted to provide the knowledge as much maximum as possible for the topics which is relevant, which are framed across the field. So for around 180 participants have been registered across the nation. We would expect those participants will join with us. Participants from Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Jammu and Kashmir, Karnataka, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha, Puducherry, Punjab, and Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and West Bengal. As the current data analytics is needed not only in the healthcare domain, it is needed everywhere if you want to know the deeper knowledge of an information also. So very much happy that there are around 180 plus participants are showing their interest to register in that way. My humble request to the participants is, now this time, ATL has allocated peer review expert member. Mr. Chandramouli is a chief data scientist from Analytics Laboratory. He is going to join with us for that entire 5 days program. He is going to guide us and he is going to monitor us how for the participants are involving that session and hands-on and everything. It's very clear in that during registration process, which you are insisted that 80% attendance must to get an e-certification process and to gain knowledge and everything in that way. So you are all going to take much more information from this FTP. I would like to thank the management of your concerned colleges. They are permitting you all to register and take the program as in a serious way. At this juncture, we would like to thank on behalf of KOT that AICT Training and Learning Academy sponsored this faculty development program and given an opportunity to our institution to execute the same. Once again, I thank you for that opportunity given by our management and our principal, sir, to be as in coordinator for this 5 days faculty development program. Thank you once again. Thank you all. Over to Hari for the next piece.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the nice words, ma'am. And learning how to be still, to really be still and let life happen. That stillness becomes a radiance. So with this note, I would like to welcome the man of simplicity and the pillar of Knowledge Institute of Technology, Dr. P.S.S. Srinivasan, sir, founder and principal, for delivering the principal address. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Hari. Thanks to Dr. Sanjay Kumari, HOD. I'm very happy in welcoming our today's guest and resource person, Dr. Nikhil from Kurukshetra University. My dear participants, let me take some 5 to 7 minutes an introductory note why this kind of workshops are important, why this particular topic is more important. This, if you go through the Knowledge Institute of Technology website, you will find that Knowledge Institute of Technology is promoted by 50 trustees, out of which 22 of them were the engineering college and management institution professors, all have doctoral degree, and this is a collective brain. Our vision is to make this institute during its Silver Jubilee year 2035 as one of the top 500 ranked institutions in the world. We are in the 13th year now, and in the last 5 years, we have been fortunate that in our Tamil Nadu state level counseling, AOT seats in BE, BTech, and MBA used to get filled within 40 to 50th place. So that itself is an indicator that how Focusedly, our team is making this institution towards a world-renowned institution, maybe another 10 to 12 years. Dear friends, when I come to this, keeping that in mind, knowledge of technology is one of the key focus is faculty development. In fact, when I started this institute as a founder, and one of the key principles that we follow is every faculty has to move out of our KOT campus and attend FDP or workshop or conference or any program of their relevance within India with full sponsorship and with full on duty. So if they fail to attend 2 programs in a year, next year the increment will be cut by 50%. So that is a philosophy because as a engineering, what is the difference between engineering college faculty and a school teacher is very simple. School teachers are like ladders. 1 plus 1 equal to 2 is never going to change. So they are like ladders. So the ladder is a teacher. The students comes in as standard 1, 2, 3, 4, climbs 12 ladders and moves out of the school. But whereas the engineering college, like our professional courses, the faculty role is like a lift. We have to go along with the student and from first floor to second floor to third floor because technology is changing. Fundamental remains the same. So 1/3 we teach fundamental, 1/3 we teach application, and 1/3 relevance to business and society. If you take the syllabus into 3 parts, the 1/3 will remain the same, but 2/3 is keep on changing. Business environment is changing, requirements are changing. So naturally, how to apply this, new things are coming. So we need to upgrade. That is why the AICT under the chairmanship of Sarvapatji, those who are in the managerial role may aware how AICT has been functioning over so many years. But in his tenure, he has totally transformed AICT into a enabling body in every dimension of engineering college administration, growth, faculty, students, totally enabling body. It's not merely just approving body. So really, one man, how the TN session has transformed the role of the Election Commission of India, how Abdul Kalam has really shown how a president of India can rock the country and generate energy in the youth and the people and create a vision. Like that, Sir Sarvapatji is really doing a great job and a great admirer of his reforms. So really this Atal FDP is a beautiful concept to make ourselves as a lift from growing from current knowledge level to next level. So I request every participant to utilize such opportunities. KUT, we have taken 6 emerging technologies and we have divided the entire faculty from all departments, one among the 6 baskets. And Dr. Sanjay Kumari is coordinating the emerging technology vertical. And I told next academic year 3 subjects on emerging technologies. By learning all such FDPs, you have to create a syllabus, you have to create a content, and we must be in a position to deliver. If not, we will bring in experts from industry. That is how we have been planning, and we are fortunate that AICT has sanctioned one such FDP. I think 5 FDPs this year, and we have been doing our team is doing a good job. I congratulate them. Coming to technical part of this FDP, why data analytics? Maybe in any sector. What is the relevance? I love history. So if you look into the history of technology and history of mankind, then there are 3 things man is in need of. One is energy. Another one is energy dimension, energy. Second thing is matter. Third one is intelligence. So energy means we need extra energy to perform various tasks. So people have invented internal combustion engine, external combustion engines, electricity, the new form of energy that has elevated the life of human being to a next level. So this was a period in the 17th century, 18th century, and 19th century. Then only in the 19th century, the human have touched the part matter. So they dig into electrons, atoms, electrons, and how they can use it. The birth of electronics, a new branch of science, started somewhere in 1950s. That led to computers and the further electronics, one dimension, The nanotechnology is another dimension, so digging into the matter and how we can leverage the properties of matter for our human betterment. Now, coming to the intelligence part, we have been reading books, we have been listening to various talks, and we are upgrading our knowledge. So, this is our knowledge. How can we leverage technology to help our intelligence, to enable human intelligence, make better decisions? So that is where the computers has become handy. So over a period, computers has become very powerful, good processing machines, good storage facilities, and which in turn generates more data, more storage, more data, more storage. That has become a big data now. So now we have plenty of data. How we can use this data for our technical betterment, for our business enemy. So in anything, we need two dimensions. One is the technology dimension. That's what I've been telling. So if you move to business dimension, all along the business, because any company has to run a business and make profit out of it and give a because without investment there is no company, and without employee there is no company. So employee needs salary. So any company generates say some 3x amount. 1x is spent for recurring internal recurring expenditure, 1x as a salary, and 1x as a profit for the investor. If any employee or any graduate that we produce, he demands some 50,000 rupees per month salary, he has to generate 1.5 lakhs to the company. Otherwise, the company cannot sustain. So it means business dimension is more important, especially in a technology-oriented activity. So we teach, we should not limit ourselves to only the technical part. How our graduates are going to be employed? What does the company, the corporates does with them? Are we providing a good resource, sufficient resource to the required level? So these are all the questions. So if you take any business, they have some data, and any business leader have a data and does using his intelligence, he does some analytics and he comes out with certain decisions. He executes the decision using a team. The team does, again, new data are come. So this using this data, better decisions are made. This cycle we have been using by using human intelligence. Now this machine intelligence is supporting, because the number of data available for an individual to make decisions is so large, human mind cannot process it. So that is being the case. So we are taking the help of machines again. So whether in technology dimension or in a business dimension, with which there is a 2/3 of the world will not operate today. So we are in need of data analytics. That's a need of the hour. I used to wonder, see, there are talking about this machine learning algorithms and all. Most of the algorithms were somewhere invented in 1910, 1920, 1930. Some base like roots lies there. So why people have not used those algorithms so far? Because to use those algorithms so far, we need to handle a lot of data that our human intelligence could not handle. Now machines with a huge processing capacity, the technology has enabled. So naturally, now it is a time, this is available, that is available. So the usage is become very, very comfortable. So that is where today, any decision, any simple decision, what vegetable we want to buy with money, with available money in my packet, or how to make our students to learn better, or how to run an engineering college, how to run a department, how to run a business. Everywhere data analytics is going to penetrate like how computers and calculators are part of everyday life now. In our mobile has a mini computer that has got every features of a computer. Like that, data analytics is the future. Data analytics is the day. Without data analytics, we cannot even in the morning when we wake up with some data analytics inputs only, we will be going to do something. That is, the days are expected very soon. So this particular topic of data analytics to everyday living beyond our regular routine is more important. That too in a healthcare now, because of this COVID-19 SARS virus has shown multi-dimensional. See, dear friends, whether it is a natural virus or a man-made virus, leave that debate. But you understand, any species created by God the mutation takes place in 3, 4, 5 generations of that life cycle. So from only some property change, some characteristic change. But this COVID-19 SARS virus mutes some way in my body, some way in your body, some way in another body, how it behaves. So probably more of data analytics that virus has learned than we human beings have learned. That's what I used to feel about that virus. From 36 mutations, now Omicron has come. Today count has raised to 21. All are alarming. So to survive from such micro species, we need a better data analytics, data intelligence than those virus to protect our human species. So that way, this particular topic is more relevant. I'm happy that today, really a professor of expertise, Nikhil is here. He's from Kurukshetra University. Somehow I love that university, but I would like to visit that university. It has not happened, basically because in 1995, my first research paper was accepted in the ISHMT ASME run International Heat and Mass Transfer Conference that was held in 1995 in Kurukshetra. I booked the ticket, everything, but unfortunately that day train was cancelled. I could not able to travel. So because in everybody's life, the first acceptance is always a memorable one. So that research paper I could not go and present in person in Kurukshetra University. Still, that dream is there. I hope today we had opportunity to connect with Nikhil. So we'll make very shortly. We'll make one visit to Kurukshetra University and fulfill my lifelong ambition. With this note, when I saw the word Kurukshetra, I really felt this incident. So, dear faculty members, we must act like lift. We must grow along with technology, grow along with society, grow along with students, for which continuous learning on emerging technologies are important. Use this ACT given opportunity in a very big way to do wonders in your life. With this opening note, I thank the department for organizing such a wonderful FTP on this topic. We thank ACT for choosing our institution to host this webinar. Thanks to everyone. Over to Hari. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So thank you for the nice words which you have given to us, sir. And next, I would like to invite Dr. S. Kumar Ganesh, sir, Professor, Electronics and Communication Engineering, Knowledge Institute of Technology, to introduce our chief guest. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Hari. It's my privilege to introduce our chief guest, Dr. Nikhil Mariwala. Dr. Nikhil Mariwala is working as professor and head Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, University Institute of Engineering and Technology, Kurukshetra. He did his PhD from National Institute of Technology, Kurukshetra, in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. He did his postgraduate in Electronics and Communication Engineering from Institute of Advanced Studies in Education University, and his BTech in Electronics and Instrumentation from Kurukshetra University, Kurukshetra. He has more than 19 years of experience teaching graduate and postgraduate students, and under his guidance, more than 31 students have completed their MTech projects. He has published more than 5 books chapters in different international books, and he has authored more than 10 books with the personal education from Wiley Publication and etc. And he has more than 35 publications to his credit and reputed international journals. It includes SCI, Scopus, and Web of Science. And he has published to more than 20 papers in international and national conferences. He has field of 7 patents, out of which 5 patents have been granted with 1 Indian and 4 international patents. He has been chairman of special sessions in more than 20 international and national conferences, and he has delivered a keynote address at more than 7 international conferences. He has also acted as organizing secretary for more than 5 international conferences and 1 national conference. He has delivered more than 45 invited talks and guest lecture in leading universities, colleges, pan-India. He is having additional charge of training and placement officer, Kurukshetra University, Kurukshetra, and heading the training and placement cell for more than 11 years. He is a single point of contact and head of local chapter of Swayam NPTEL local chapter of Kurukshetra University, Kurukshetra. He is the SPOC for Infosys Campus Connect program for Kurukshetra University, Kurukshetra. He is also the reviewer for many reputed journals such as International Journal of Communication System from Wiley Publication, IEEE Signal Passing Letters, International Journal of Measurement Technologies, and Journal of Organizational and End User Computing, Egyptian Informatics Journal from Elsevier, International Instrumentation Engineering, International Journal of Interactive Communication Systems and Technologies, Current Journal of Applied Science and Technology. He has been awarded as NPTEL Enthusiast for year 2019-20 by NPTEL IIT Madras. He has also been awarded as Career Guru of Month award by Aspiring Minds. His areas of interest are software-defined radios, cognitive radios, soft computing, wireless communications, wireless sensor networks, fuzzy systems design, and advanced microprocessor. Once again, on behalf of Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Knowledge of Institute of Technology, I welcome you, sir. Thank you for this opportunity given. Now, over to Hari, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much for inviting the chief guest in a better way, sir. And with this note, I would like to welcome. And if you have good thoughts, they will shine out of your face like sunbeams, and you will always look down. With this note, I would like to welcome our today's chief guest, Dr. Nikhil Mariwala, sir, Professor, Electronics and Communication Engineering Department, Kurukshetra University, Haryana, for the chief guest inaugural and chief address. We welcome you, sir.
Sir, thank you very much. And again, I would like to thank the Knowledge Institute for inviting me and organizing this program. Big thanks to HOD ma'am. Principal sir, lovely to hear your words of wisdom. Definitely, sir, I'll try my level best that within a few months we meet, and your point that you haven't visited the Kurukshetra University, we will definitely try and make sure that sometime we'll organize something and we'll invite you, sir. Definitely, and we'll make sure that this thing that your first paper got accepted with us. You have to visit the university in any case. Thank you very much for sharing your wonderful views on what you think about the data science. And it is lovely to hear that the entire management of this institute is working day in, day out for the teachers, the faculty members, because normally in this tough time of pandemic, we have seen people losing job and they are discouraged. Mostly the faculty are discouraged to participate in different programs, but wonderful effort from your side in the institute to organize these events and promote and help other people join you. So that's so great of the management and as far as the leadership goes. So thank you very much for inviting me over in this program, and I would love to share my views on data science and what I have been reading around. Though this is a very emerging area, and rightly said by you, sir, that AICT has been revolutionized by the leadership that it is having right now. And I had the privilege of personally meeting Sahastra Buddhiji and the other members, secretaries. So it is wonderful because they have been working day in, day out for ensuring that everybody is aware about what is happening in the scenario and the policy changing that is happening around with the new education policy coming, and what the emerging areas everybody is looking forward for. So that's great, and lovely to be among the galaxy of learned people around here. A big thank you again to all the participants who joined in from Pan India. As ma'am rightly said, all these states have been covered, and it's a wonderfully organized event by you people. Thank you very much for having me over. That's it from my side. I would now hand over it back to Hariharanji. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
And we are also very glad and delighted to have you over here as a chief guest for the FDP, sir. Thank you. Uh, and next, I would like to welcome Professor R. Shanmugh Sundaram, sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Knowledge Institute of Technology, to deliver the vote of thanks for the inauguration function. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Hari. Pleasant good morning to one and all. It's my pleasure to propose vote of thanks for 5 days ATEL FTP program sponsored by AICTE on the topic Data Analytics in Smart Healthcare. I first thank to our today's chief guest and resource person, Dr. Nikhil Marwalia, Professor ECE, UIET, Kurukshetra University, Haryana, for accepting our invitation. Thank you, sir. Next, I extend my thanks to our beloved principal and founder of KIOT, Dr. PSS Srinivasan sir, for his continuous motivation to conduct this type of program for the betterment of teaching community. Thank you, sir. Next, I extend my thanks to our coordinator of this FDP, Dr. N. Sandhya Kumari, Professor and DC KIOT, for her support and encouragement to conduct this program. Thank you, ma'am. Next, I extend my thanks to all directors and heads of KIOT for their moral support. Thank you all. And next, I extend my thanks to our participants from various states in India. Thank you all for active participation. Finally, I thank to all faculty and coordinator of this FDP. Thank you all. Thanks for this great opportunity. Thank you.